Welcome back. Joining us now to discuss her musical documentary and the work she's doing to give women overcoming abuse a voice is Rebecca Magnuson and CEO of the Family Justice Center, Catherine Miles Kanya. Thanks so much for coming in today, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Rebecca, I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your story and how you got involved with the Family Justice Center?
Sure. So I have a mission with She Sings, and it is to end domestic abuse. And I myself have been a victim from childhood and have overcome it, and have used the platform of music to tell my story, which is not just my story, but it's millions of women's stories. And I came to know Catherine and the Family Justice Center because I have a nonprofit in Chautauqua County, She Is Safe, and I got introduced, I own a restaurant in Chautauqua as well, and was introduced to someone from the Family Justice Center, and then ended up going up and meeting Catherine in person, and just really developed a passion for what they're doing there. It's amazing the work they're doing in Buffalo, right here in Buffalo.
It is.
Yeah.
I'd love it if you could expand on your story a little bit and talk about how that led you to making She Sings.
Yeah. So, growing up, I was a child of a Baptist minister and went through quite a bit of physical abuse as a child, all in the name of religion. And then through life, I tended to pick relationships similar to that. I didn't end the cycle. And my goal is to help women understand that they don't have to keep repeating that pattern. And it took a long time to learn how to love myself and how to not put myself in those situations any longer. So, and through music, I'm a songwriter. I've lived in Nashville for many years and have written with some publishers there, and was able to write songs about what I was enduring, and they're healing not only for me, but also for women and men as well, of course, throughout the U.S. And I've toured the show from off-Broadway all the way to Los Angeles.
Nice.
And since 2018, but you can't tell the whole story in a 90-minute show. So for 3 years, I filmed and produced the documentary series She Sings, Surviving the Narcissist. And that is available at shesings.com.
I love it.
Yeah.
Righty. Let's talk more about what people can expect when they come out to see She Sings, a Soaring Musical, because you'll actually be performing in Buffalo.
Yes, I'll be at the Shea Theater, Shea Smith Theater, actually. And the show is riveting. It is, you will cry, you laugh, you dance. I've had people get up and dance during the show. And it culminates with the theme song, She Sings, that I wrote some years ago. And it's just such a powerful show, very empowering, because my story is not just about the pain and horrific life that some of the time it was really, really horrible what I went through, but it's the empowering part that is so wonderful to share that story and how I pulled through it and ended up soaring. And it's called She Sings, a Soaring Musical. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And you know, through this, you realize that your story, you're not alone in it. There's so many people that can relate, and unfortunately, there are so many survivors that, even though everyone's story looks a little bit different, a lot of it overlaps for a lot of us that are survivors as well. Who would you say this musical is for?
Everyone, because domestic abuse touches everyone. It could be your sister, it could be a mother, a friend, it could be, you know, and it's not just women, it can be men as well. I think that there's such an educational part to this musical as well, and just seeing how we can get through it and move forward. And having a voice is so incredibly important. I encourage women in this musical to tell their stories as well. We can't just hide and be quiet about what we've endured. And when you can look at it, all these years later, I can look at what I lived through as a gift, because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now
Right.
if I had not been through what I went through.
Right. Catherine, I'd love it if you could talk a little bit about A Toast to Hope, the gala that the Family Justice Center has thrown for the past couple of years.
Yes, so the Toast of Hope Gala is going to be on October 30th at the Statler Buffalo, and this really coincides with Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is the month of October, and it really is a great love letter to survivors everywhere, and Rebecca is just a wonderful example of a survivor. We're actually going to be unveiling a photography series of different faces and looks and different women who are survivors of domestic violence, so that when you walk into our gala, not only is it a celebration of all the things that, all the wonderful supports that the Family Justice Center provides, but also you're going to recognize women in these photos. And this can be your sister, your nurse, the teacher, your cashier, your bus driver, right? These are average everyday women who have endured domestic violence and have come out on the other side through the support and services at the Family Justice Center.
Well, thank you both so much for coming in and sharing more about what you're doing to support the Family Justice Center. Viewers, if you'd like to learn more about this show and get tickets to one of the performances, just visit shesings.com. And you can also get tickets to the Family Justice Center's gala by visiting fjcsafe.org. Thanks again for coming in, ladies.
Great.
Thank you
for having us.